Around the scheme, well, I think this is a massive issue for us. We've got a youth employment charter. As I said, recruiters day in, day out, they're trying to help graduates get work. And I think really the support framework, it's not just after the programme, this is right the way down through the education system. As you're probably aware, career guidance in schools now is a voluntary requirement. A lot of the funding and things is being evaluated, and head teachers are under so much pressure day in, day out, that have they really got time to look at career guidance? I mean, we really need to be reaching people when they're about 14, 15, saying you need to plan for your future. And this is what you need to look at. I don't know if you've seen a recent report by the Work Foundation about kids not coming out with the soft skills necessary for employment. I mean, this is a really big area we need to push government on. I mean, education shouldn't be just a GCSE grind. It should be about equipping people for the future. So at school level, transitioning in, then if they're finding it difficult to find their first step in the work, they take part in the youth employment programme. I think it should be definitely seen as part of a tailored package. That this is one element in a strand. So rather than just throwing them out there to maybe, you know, sort of look at unemployment figures or something like that, it is seen as a step towards something. There should be an end goal, and then there should be evaluation points 3, 6, 9 months after they've completed that scheme to check out where they're going. Because if they're just doing the scheme and they're cheap labour for a bit, well, that's a very big negative. Well, I know there's certainly been the media reports, you know, Tesco mentioned they pulled out the programme and some other things like that. I do actually think there's been negative reports on some graduates who've ended up doing it and things like that. I do think overall it is probably benefiting people who are taking part in the programme. Because I think it is giving a lot of these people, as we just spoke, a lot of people are reaching 18, they find it really hard to transition to the workplace. They get down, they get depressed, they can't get a break. And I think anything that does give them that break and allows them to get into the workplace is a good thing. But coming back to my earlier point, it shouldn't replace real jobs. And if employers are using it, then that's really bad. We really need to get out to people the message of ladders, you know. So you do this position, it's going to lead here. So for instance, if you look at a lot of temporary roles, people will go in as a temp, doing ad hocs, and then another opportunity presents it, and permanent opportunity might come. So I think we need to be realistic people. It's tough economic times, and sometimes you do have to start at the bottom of the ladder. However, I think this is made clear that there is a pathway, there is hope, there is certain things, and this is where you can end up. That's a clear message there. Many of our members are doing that with young graduates they come across. I think that voluntary element's a key thing for us. It ties in with that. There must be real jobs there. It shouldn't be a replacement for job. And that idea of enforcement and compulsory element, I mean, creates question marks, and we can see why some of the big players maybe evaluate their participation. At the moment, I think the scheme where it doesn't replace core jobs, where it is a voluntary scheme, it's giving that people a sample of the workplace. Teaching them about things, I think that's good. I would say, look at your situation. How long have you been out of work for? How many doors have you knocked on? How many recruiters have you spoken to? I would first of all obviously recommend get in touch with a recruiter. I myself have been one in the past, whatever. We can sort of help people navigate the work environment. But I would say look at your options, what's happened. I mean, is it better to get out in the workplace, get some stuff on your CV, or sit at home feeling miserable? And I would say probably it is better to get out there, get that sample of the workplace, and prepare yourself for the future.